This is Jerry and welcome to this quick tour of the Korg EX-800 Polyphonic Programmable Synth Module. This thing is the rack module version of the Poly-800, very famous from some songs back in the 80s. And I'm putting this up for sale on eBay. That's why I'm doing this quick tour. But also for anybody who's interested in this kind of module, that they can see how it works and a few sounds. There's places online you can hear more of the sounds and stuff. Across the front panel here, your on-off switch and volume. The tuning, master tuning, sequencer stuff, I'll show you that in a minute. Your different programming number pads. Above that, your LCD screen, and up across the top is the parameter numbers where you want to, if you want to adjust the sounds yourself, which is really kind of fun to work because it's a pretty easy one to figure out what's going on here. And let's just play a few sounds here. I know the first one I'm going to show you is a little spaceship or helicopter sound. So that's number 88. These are the factory programs, by the way, that I supposedly have loaded off of a thing from online. A little weird. Maybe like some kind of digital computer thing. Let's see, 86. Some kind of little flute. By the way, when you're in a program, you can hit this bank hold button, and it's gonna, let's see here. What do I want there? The light goes on, that means you're staying in the 80s, whichever button you press. So if you want an 84, you just press 4. Maybe a bassy kind of thing. And I apologize for my left hand being the one I'm using over there, not giving you a very virtuosic performance. Just a couple more patches I'll go through here. Let's see, I'll turn this bank load off. And let's go down here to number 16. We're going to use this as an example of how you program it. If you want to change something, you press this button here. It goes into parameter editing mode. And we can see here that number 41 is the cutoff. So if we want to change the cutoff of the filter, we see it's got 51 is the current value. It goes from 0 to 99. If we take this down, it's going to get darker and more covered from where it is. So we can run that down. So you can hear it's very covered there. If we run it up the other way and go to a higher number than the 50s where it was, you're going to hear it's brighter. So that's how you do it. And if you want to save it, you press this right button. You have to have this thing, the right enabled here to change the program thing. And by the way, if you want to do a sequence on this thing, you go back out of that editing mode, and you turn on the sequence button to make the sequencer enabled right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the start stop button, and we'll see that it shows up here ready to record some steps, so we can and now we can just turn this thing back off, the sequence button, and press this, and it should be rolling. There you go. And let's see, that's pretty much it for this quick tour. Let's take a look around at the back jacks and the serial number, just so the person who's buying this thing on eBay knows they're getting the exact unit that I showed you guys here today. And here's the jacks on the back. You got this power cord goes in. It's a one of those little tiny regular pin jack things that requires a 9-volt center pin. And I'm not giving you this wire because that's the only one I have of this thing. 9-volt center pin negative. The center pin is negative on this. Make sure that you get a decent quality one, because on these old synths, if you have voltage that's not good, and some of the really cheap ones off of Amazon have not very good regulated voltages, sometimes these things get a little bit wonky in terms of buzzes or chirps or whatever. And next over, you got headphones, main outs, those program and sequence enable buttons like we talked about. Then you got your, it says tape, but it's really more than that. It's you can plug it into the computer as well. So however you want to use it there. I've loaded these things off the computer to get the sounds in here they got in here now. You got a program up switch. You can click through programs 11, 12, 13, 14 on up that way. MIDI in, out, and through. And on the back here, we've got the serial number. So I hope you enjoyed this quick tour, and I hope that if you're a person who gets this thing, that you'll have as much fun with it as I have had. Thanks much now. Take care.